Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Hugh Peterson. I'm a product manager for Standard Imaging. Today, I am going to kind of give an overview on our QA BeamChecker Plus for daily Linac QA. It's a simple, fast, and reliable unit that kind of gets those early morning checks done very quickly and very easily. So, moving along, give me 1 second. My PowerPoint always takes a second to catch up, or more than a second sometimes. There we go. So we like to say it's your time, be precise. We know that your time is very valuable, and both as a physicist and therapist in the morning, trying to get things set up for the day, and then throughout your physics life, as far as giving you the tools to quickly and easily and precisely perform the QA necessary for a busy radiation therapy department. A little bit of housekeeping today. Today's webinar is being recorded, so if you have some colleagues that may not have been able to attend the webinar today, you can share the link, which will be emailed to you. Feel free to pass that along to any of your colleagues or coworkers that you want to share it with. Any questions you have, there's a questions box on the dialogue box on the right, I think, of your screen that you can enter your questions in there, and I'll address them at the end. Just a little bit about Standard Imaging. We are based in Middleton, Wisconsin, just outside of Madison. I've got a very good relationship with the not only the University Calibration Lab that does all the calibrations on our ion chambers and electrometers and other calibrated equipment, but also the university itself and their radiation oncology department as well. We were founded in 1989, so good 30 plus years of experience here. Our first real foray into the radiation oncology market was our well chamber, which you're probably very familiar with. It's used throughout the world as the kind of the gold standard for brachytherapy QA. And aside from that, of course, we design and manufacture a complete suite of QA products, including our X-ray line of ion chambers, our electrometers, the Supermax and the Max 4000, a number of different phantoms, including our DoseView 3D and DoseView 1D water phantoms, our Lucy stereotactic phantom, etc., and a whole host of software products like our Adaptivo patient QA software, our PIPS Pro software for TG142, and a number of others. So please feel free to visit our website and peruse our full line of offerings. But let's go ahead with the BeamChecker Plus. So basically, your daily QA objectives for your Linacs. Obviously, you want to verify your beam has not changed from a known value for your output, your flatness, your symmetry, and just making sure that those are always consistent. Additional objectives may be verifying the constancy of your wedged beams, both physical and dynamic wedges, the constancy of other factors such as MLC positions and gantry rotations. And then you also want to have convenient trending and reporting of data as well. And the QA BeamChecker Plus does all that and more. And my PowerPoint is paused again. There we go. And of course, time and quality, you want to do it quickly and as possible, but maintain that accuracy that is required and you're expecting. So basically, our QA BeamChecker Plus assists with the following TG142 tests. Your daily checks for output constancy, your both for electrons and photons, laser localization, collimator size indicator at isocenter, and of course, if you're doing any kind of wedge measurements, you check out your angles for the wedge positions. And we also have the ability to pull that data into our QA Pilot software. QA Pilot is our QA database management system, and it's vendor neutral, but we do have the ability to pull in our data from the BeamChecker as well as our other phantoms and electrometers, chambers, etc. So the QA BeamChecker Plus. It's an ion-based, ion chamber-based array with 8 parallel plate ion chambers. It has water equivalent housing and buildup for both electrons and for photons inherent in the system. It measures your beam constancy, flatness, and symmetry for all energies and both photons, electrons, as well as cobalt-60. You can track 9 individual radiation treatment machines with a single unit. So if you have multiple rooms, you can do them all with one single BeamChecker Plus. And you can trend and track those results and generate easy reports and to keep in your files for any kind of accreditation checks or things like that, and your TG recommendations. And then there's a convenient power and data cradle available, or included, I should say, for very easy charging. You just do your daily check, put it back on the charger, and not only does it charge, but it also is connected to your PC for your data downloads as you see necessary. The unit will hold up to 30 days of continuous data, so you don't have to necessarily download them daily. It will store that data, and then if you want to track that on a monthly basis and put that into your trending reports, you can do so easily. Or you can download the data daily, however you want to do it. It's very forgiving, very easy to use, and gives you a variety of chances to do what you see fit as far as your workflow goes. So ease of use, we like to say that's the key. We have a patented wire-free mode, and basically this once the baseline is set, you can use it autonomously aside without any software. You just place the unit on the couch, deliver the beam. It automatically will identify that energy, be it 6 MV, 10 MV, electrons, whatever you have. It automatically, if it's a baselined energy, it will recognize that beam and give you an immediate pass-fail indicator for each beam parameter, and I'll kind of show you that in a minute. But there is also a direct PC connected mode, which can be not only wired, but also wire-free with a Bluetooth option that we have available. And like I mentioned, there's automatic energy detection. You can deliver the energies in any order, and it will automatically recognize those specific energies. And it helps you reduce those errors in delivery. If you deliver, say, your 6x beam and then your 18 and have to go back because you forgot to do your 10, you don't need to do any adjustments in the unit or the software. It will automatically register that it was a 10 MV beam and give you the results there. So it's automatic and easy and helps reduce those errors in any delivery. So some of the unique features, we have an integrated buildup for measurements near or beyond Dmax for that repeatability. We have dynamic modes available as well as static modes, but if you're doing any rapid arc of VMAT deliveries, tomotherapy delivery as well. We have constancy checks for physical and electronic wedges, and we also have available CyberKnife functionality. So you can if you have a CyberKnife, you can perform your daily QA with the CyberKnife as well with the BeamChecker Plus. Automatic temperature and pressure compensation built into the unit. Real-time clock stamps on all data points, so you'll know when and how those points were taken. And there's also a what we call the physics mode, which is a software-based mode. So if you do want to get some real-time measurements and do some deeper dives, if you will, into the output of your Linac, you can utilize the physics mode and get a little more data-specific information from the unit. So just kind of a quick run through as far as the initial configurations, how to set up a baseline and move on from there. Basically, with the baseline, this is the one time when you would have it connected to a PC, or have to have it connected to a PC, I should say. It's a standard serial connection. All cables are included. And at this point, you set that up on the couch, line it up to your lasers and your field lights. Then basically you define that you define those action levels and set that up accordingly within the software. And then you deliver a normal Linac beam, and you repeat that for each energy. And this is kind of where the learning phase of the BeamChecker Plus comes in, where it actually will kind of recognize and learn those idiosyncratic components of each energy and save those into the baseline of the unit itself and within the software. So then you take, once that baseline is set, then you deliver those beams for each energy, you place it on the power cradle and charge it for the next day, and then you're ready for your daily QA. So after the baseline is set, you can do your wire-free morning procedure. You just take the unit off the unit, charging unit, and you place it on the couch. No cables, no software, just set it up as is. You can see the RDY telling you that it's in a ready state. And you just aim your in-room camera at the unit so you can visualize the output display there. And you can see also there's three lights right here. Those are green as you're ready to go. If there's any kind of issue, there's a couple of different modes of indicator there. So basically, you deliver your beam with a baseline energy. So say, for example, 6 MV. I deliver that, and if everything goes okay, it will automatically detect that was okay. That's 6x, 6 MV. So I can see that detected that energy. And if everything was good, it will automatically go back into a ready state and ready you for the next beam, and showing you that RDY indicator again. But if there is, first chance, a beam that is out of tolerance, you'll get a number of different kind of indicators here. The 3 lights here will show red. There's an audible warning as well. And then it will show you either CST or TSM, CST being constancy, transverse symmetry, flatness, axial symmetry. So errors like that will show. Again, it will show you if everything is correct, the energy that was detected in this case. So you're showing you 12 electrons. And these X's will be kind of spinning just to indicate that it's taking radiation and doing a measurement. So you'll always have a view of what the status is with the unit while you're actually doing those morning checks. And these are automatically saved into the record and saved on the unit for download. Then as you move in from your photons to your electrons to go into the room to put your electron cone on, you need to just flip the unit over. For the electron side, it's marked electron on one side, photon on the other. Just the different amounts of buildup accordingly for electrons and photons. So you flip that unit over, put your electron cone on, and you're ready to do your same type of measurements for your electron beams. When the routine is completed, you just put it back on the cradle, and you can it will charge, and then you can also download accordingly as you see fit for the data for trending. And here's an example of that trend line for the data taken. It again can transfer that data taken to the database either by direct to the PC. Gives you the availability to check your results on a specific day and the trending. You can do it either in the chart view like you see here, or you can also see a color-coded table view as well, which is available. And all this data can be exported to Excel. We can also do a kind of a true report as well, which will give you a kind of a standardized canned report for your output and your data. So you have those different functionalities as well. So here's a couple of examples. You can see the reports here, both the trend line, but also the tabular report behind that, showing you the actual outputs and percentage differences from your baseline and the dates they were taken. You can also, like I said, if you do want to do a wired software-driven type of measurement, you can do that as well, and it'll give you a little more specific, detailed information as at the time of exposure, showing you those specific percent differences for the different measurements, and also their passing or failure statuses. You can see there with the measurements taken, the percent difference from the baseline, and then the color-coded bars for the pass, caution, fail status of the output. Some other components and capabilities I had mentioned: supplemental exposures with tests for dynamic wedge, tomotherapy. We also have capabilities for tomo specific tests for the high art systems and the rad exact systems. And then, like I said, also the dynamic rapid arc and BMAT tests. We also have functionality for CyberKnife as well. We have an accessory piece. We call it the cutting board because it looks like a cutting board, if you will, but it has some gold markers embedded in there for the localization system for the CyberKnife, and then you can utilize that with the daily QA of the BeamChecker Plus for CyberKnife as well. And again, those are all the wire-free compatible systems and measurements. Available gantry mount. So if you want to be able to check your rotation and your angular measurements with the Linac, you can do that as well. And rotate the treatment delivery system to test the output at different angles as you see fit as well. Tomotherapy specific mode. You can check your output, your energy, your lateral profile constancy, dynamic checks combined with a dosimetric check. The laser QA also. There's an optional leveling platform, since you don't have the ability to necessarily level the system with the tomotherapy couch. You can do that with the platform here. And there's a paper that's been around for a little while, written by, I think, Paul Fenwick. I think it's Dr. Fenwick, who kind of wrote in lack of a true task group type of QA recommendations for tomotherapy. He kind of wrote a paper for different types of tests, and we perform a number of those tests that are recommended in that paper. If you have a tomo unit and want me to pass that paper to you, I can certainly do so. So at the end, you'll see my email, and you can feel free to email me, and I'll get that paper to you. So some of the benefits of the BeamChecker Plus: it's very simple, very fast, very reliable. We just the constant feedback we get from the field is that the therapists absolutely love it because it is wire free and it's very easy to set up. Kind of no nonsense. Like I said, it automatically will reset, and you can deliver these specific beams, the beam energies to it without having to do any kind of physical action to the unit. No resetting of buttons, no software resets, things like that. So it's very innovative and allows for the software-less operation. The integrated buildup and the high quality design of the ion chambers gives you very stable readings from day to day. That automatic energy detection helps prevent mistakes and will automatically give you that automatic reset. It's a very robust system with a 2-year warranty. We've got units out there. The BeamChecker Plus is our second generation. The standard BeamChecker, we still have units out, and that's probably over 10 years old now for the BeamChecker that are still in operation. So they've got a long life, and they're very robust. Like I said, very intuitive trending and reporting, and very easy reporting of data. The rotational capabilities for the tomotherapy, rapid art, BMAT, the electronic dynamic wedges, CyberKnife as well, as I had mentioned. So that's kind of a quick and easy overview of the QA BeamChecker Plus. And like I said, if there's any questions, I'll take a look at that in a second to see if there were any questions on the unit itself. But if there's any questions you have for me specifically after the fact, or if, after you share the link to the recording, more than happy to answer questions after the fact as well if some come up after we log off here. But let me check the questions right here. I'll do so. And I don't see any questions on the question board. So either nobody's got any questions, or I did a good enough job explaining the unit. But please feel free. If you do have, I do have a question now. I spoke too soon. Let me see what it says here. How long does it take to take the measurements? Basically, it's it depends on how many energies you have, but it's just a few seconds of measurement for each energy. And like I said, it automatically, very quickly will reset itself after you. So if you go from 6x, take that reading, about 100 MU measurement, move to the and it will automatically reset itself for the next one. So it's a very quick unit in the morning. So again, the long, it probably takes them as long to just align it to the field light as it does to actually put it through its run of measurement. So it's very, very quick. And the other question, would you say about 10 minutes? And I would say probably from setup on the couch to delivering all the beams, I would say that's probably within the ballpark, if not a little bit less. So the setup, and this is including the setup and within those 10 minutes. And yeah, so basically you just set it on the couch, align the field lights to the crosshair on the unit, set your field size of 20 by 20, and you're good to go. So it sets up very quickly. No, I don't see any other questions, but like I said, if you had registered, and obviously you have registered for this, if you supplied your email, we will send you the link, and feel free to watch that again, share it with any colleagues, and if any other questions come up, feel free to email us at either sales@standardimaging.com or hpeterson@standardimaging.com, and I will answer those questions accordingly. Otherwise, I thank you very much for your time today, and if again, there's any questions, feel free to let us know. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks very much.